It's probably like our 6th or 7th time meeting.
Yes, sir.
You've always been very hospitable to me. We know mutual people, and they all say you're a nice guy. I want to ask you this question. Why, when I look at clips of you at your little football camps, kids feel they could talk to you any type of way?
It's the access. Access. Like when you, and just to give you context, right? So anybody who knows me know I'm a product of my environment. Born and raised in Atlanta, Georgia. What you saw was those are grown men. Those weren't kids. So that narrative was familiar coaching, and it got chippy. For me, that's not the first time that happens. And honestly, knowing my world, that probably won't be the last. I think looking back at it, yeah, people see like, yeah, Cam standing on business. Yeah, Cam had bobby pins in his head. Those are all funny things. But when I look at it, it's like, man, they could have got ugly on both sides. Because I'm the type of person, when I feel triggered, I react. It's not, come on, Shaq, let's go get him. Come on, let's go. I'm not that person. You say something to me, and I go. I don't think, and that's the issue. And that's where my whole support was kind of caught off guard, because we were talking, something was said, and then it was like, hey, where you going? I'm going to use the restroom. So, and then, but that's just how I rock and roll, you know what I'm saying? But I just have to be better, and I want to use this as an example for athletes, entertainers, people of influence, guys like your son, because they know the Shadurs of the world, the Brownies of the world, you know what I'm saying, that is high, like a target to people where you just want to chill out with your friends. You may want to be at In-N-Out Burger. You want to go to Chick-fil-A. You want to just go to a hookah lounge. You just want to hang out. Somebody going to say something triggering to you, and it just takes one time. And ugly, because I could be in jail. Somebody filing a lawsuit.
No one knows what happens.
You know what I'm saying? They could have, been prepared. We in Atlanta.
We're next to a gate. What happens if someone goes over that gate?
Trying to tell you.
Yeah. But you were even talking about just like clips of kids in the past.
Yeah, I saw one where some kid y'all was just going back and forth. You never said to yourself, kid, you're not going to disrespect me, get out my camp. I'm going to show you how to respect a person like me, get out my camp. I mean, because I had that happen to me one time. A kid was talking grease. I was like, my man, you got to get out. I paid my money. I don't care. You got to get out. Like, because it's a pecking order thing. Like, you Cam Newton.
Yeah.
You're legend in this game. So if I'm a kid, I'm like this when you're talking, especially if I'm a black kid who want to be quarterback. I'm like this, but, like you said, we product of our environment. We're used to going back and forth, but you don't talk to a Cam like that. You don't talk to a Shaq like that at his camp. Like, have you ever said, hey, kid, get out?
No, I say it like this. I never started, I always finish it. You know what I'm saying? I got my president here. I got, head of digital here. Like, I joke with them all the time. I will always tell them, like, I got my PhD in talking. I grew up with a very masculine house where brothers and cousins and playing basketball, playing football. Like, you just go around, and using talking as a tactic, and I can talk it in the church. I can talk it in the streets or whatever. But for kids, we living in a time where instead of seeing a Shaq and saying, oh my God, this Shaq, we see these kids now say, oh, that's Shaq, I'm gonna try his and I'm gonna go viral for it. You see what I'm saying? And that's just where we are. And it's not that that's an issue, bless you. It's not that it's an issue. It's more or less like, I just got to go down to their level to bring them up. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yo, bro, because there's been many times that somebody tried me, and when I match their energy, then they play the victim.
Exactly. I saw that one too.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, nah, bro, like, I giving you what you want.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I just recently seen a
Mirroring
clip.
your energy.
That's all I'm trying to do. I don't start it. I just finish it. I just recently seen something with Kevin Durant. I don't know what was said about the fan.
There was a white guy and a white lady. She walked in. I guess they called him the B word, which is like the ultimate insult in basketball.
Yeah.
And then when he turned around, they were like, "Oh no, we got a podcast." And he was
yeah.
like, "Get the out of my
Yeah. But
I think you're right. Access. People take it for granted.
yeah. And even to that point, you know, it was more familiarity than people gave it. You know, these are people who I knew. They was a part of my program at one particular point. They started their own, and you know, it was what it was. And it's hard for me to believe. It just comes off as disingenuous of you know, banter going back and forth. But it's like I don't mention it, and everybody gets the same cam. You know, it's not like it's just Shaq and oh my God. It's like no, everybody gonna get the same version of me. You feel me? So
My question for you is, did you know what fame was?
No.
What did you learn about fame?
I don't know that I've learned. I've learned that it's crazy what it opens up, and it's
big chicken.
amazing.
Oh, grab one.
Shaquille style.
Grab some fries.
Okay. Thanks, sir.
And it's free because I know the owner.
Hey, if it's free, it's for me.
Thank you.
It's crazy what it opens up, opportunity-wise. It's crazy to feel how much joy you bring people, or how much you affect, people's daily lives. It's also incredibly, it has its drawbacks for sure. I mean, you know way more than I do, and Travis knows way more than I. I mean, he had to completely move out of his house, right?
What people were like coming
Paparazzi,
by?
yeah, people just staying by his house. Yeah, I mean, safety reasons.
Wow.
In the first day he moved into the new house,
They knew where he was already.
a gated community. Somebody knocks on the back door, a window of the house. So
Because I know how low key y'all are.
Yeah.
Like I remember when you guys had that charity fashion show,
Yeah.
and it was just all of the boys that you grew up with.
Everybody from Cleveland Heights.
Yeah, and that's the crew.
yeah,
So there had to be some growing pains with all that stuff.
yeah, we're still learning. And Travis, I mean, it's so. Listen, we've always been big in the football world, right? Travis especially, the Taylor world, and the pop culture world. That's a whole different level. Like you're in a different. It's just an added level of. It's a new demographic that wasn't there before.
So if okay, go.
The key is to stay righteous.
Yeah,
Like, for example, people take pictures of me all the time. They ain't doing
yeah,
right? So a lot of times they take the pictures because one, they're trying to up their Instagram or whatever.
yeah.
They're trying to sell a story.
Sure.
Like, so just, I've been watching you and your brother a long time. I could tell you some good, wholesome people. Just tell them, try not to always keep your head on the swivel now. Because, be some crazy, but don't, like, if you're not doing nothing, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah, absolutely.
See, like when I go out, go and take a picture. Like, one time I was coming out and they took a picture. I was like, I'm not married, so. You can't.
I'm good.
You see what I'm saying? Growing up, we put Hellman's on the sandwich or Miracle Whip. I'm a Hellman's guy.
Hellman's. We never did the Miracle Whip. I still don't know what Miracle Whip is, to be honest with you.
I did it one time by accident.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Hellman's guy all the way. So shout out to Hellman. Shout out to Big Chickens.
Travis not a
you
Hellman's
with
guy.
Papa John's too, ain't you?
Yes.
Shout out to
Hey,
Papa John's.
this is
Yeah,
Papa
that-
now. Yeah.
One last annoying question. It's actually, I think, kind of funny. The Kyle Pitts thing that came out.
Yeah.
So Kyle Pitts wears number 8. Kirk has always worn number 8. And then in NFL, I don't know if it's like this in the NBA. Oh, you want that jersey number? You're famously going to have to pay for that or something like that. And Kyle told Kirk, the only thing you need to do is give me more targets. And then Kirk chose 18. And so the meme online is, damn, Kirk really is not going to throw this ball to Kyle Pitts.
Oh, that's hilarious. Yeah, so he wanted to switch numbers anyways. So it was like a perfect fit. He's like, I want to switch numbers. You want number 8. This is perfect. I was like, great. And then the league spoke into it. They're like, well, Kyle Pitts has a lot of jerseys that are number 8 with Pitts on the back.
Right.
You would have to buy every single one.
To you or to Kyle.
Both of us would have to just write the check. And I was like, well, what is it? It was a big number. And
How
I was
big?
like,
Yeah, come on.
I don't
How big?
want to write that check. I'm
How
good.
big?
It was several $100,000.
Oh yeah, no, we're not writing that check.
So I was like, I'm good with 18. And Kyle's like, I'm good with 8. So we're going with 8 and 18 because I'm good.
After hearing the way you shop for houses, there's no way.
Yeah.
You're like, that's a
Would a
down
young
payment.
Shaq have bought the number?
So when I first got to Orlando, Terry Kelce like, "You're gonna have to pay me." So I'm not paying you. I'm cool.
He's consistent.
Which number?
33, because I wanted 33.
Oh.
Yeah, but he was, but like,
You said everybody has a price. I'm out. I'll wear 32.
no, because he was, arrogant about it. He said, "Oh yeah, you gonna have it, but you're gonna have to buy it." Young fella making all the money.
Looking back, knowing that the money was not the issue, would you have bought it?
No, I wouldn't have bought it.
All right. See, you're good with 32.
No, yeah, 32 was cool.
Then you were 34 in LA.
And then he was traded during the middle of the season.
This guy's a savage.
Was that
Savage.
The statute of limitations up now. Yeah, I did that, Terry
Savage.
Kelce. That was all me.
How does the meeting? You walk into the owner's office?
Yeah, so I need him about, because like these guys used to always say, "It's your team, it's your team." I didn't know what that meant.
It's your team.
It's your team. I was like, yeah, he needed to be about it, and they trade him.
And at that point where you're like, wow, I have a lot of power.
I do. It works.